Hello guys, hello again. I'm back for the second time because
You're
of
welcome.
her. So first I want to start by saying thank you very, very much for all the nice comments for the pillow. And I personally met a few people and they told me they tried it at home and it came out very, very nice and they was very happy. And they're asking me to do barbecue. When we do barbecue at home, me, my wife, my kids, or we go to a restaurant, we don't settle with one type of barbecue. We like different type of them, you know, meat, chicken, and all this rest of the stuff. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do 6 different barbecues. I think you're going to enjoy watching it and maybe you can try to do it at home. So let's start. I'm going to do step by step. So as I say, I'm going to do 6 different barbecues and I happen to like to cook outside. I'm doing everything outside. So I'm going to mash the meat right now. The Lana kebab I have to do. So Lana kebab has to be around 70-30. So let me mash this thing right now. I mashed the meat and I put the fat and now I have to put onion. But a lot of people complain that the Lana kebab falls down on the fire. So I'm going to show you how I do the onion, okay? So I'm going to take around 1.5 onion, approximately this size, you know. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the onion, okay? I need over here 1.5 onion and 1 tomatoes. I'm gonna put it in a mixer because I don't like the piece, you know, when you feel it, when you eat it. So we're gonna stir them right now. Once it's done, what I do, I take all the juice out of it because otherwise your little kebab gonna fall down once you start cooking it if you don't take the juice out of it. So that's the way you have to do it. See how much juice comes out of it? You cannot put it inside the little kebab. Just like that, you take as much as you can add. See how it looks? Now I need to put parsley. So I'm going to take you to my garden. I have one over here, but I have another one in the front. So I'm going to take you to my garden and I'm going to take some parsley and I chop them and I put them over here. So let's go. Fresh parsley always good because it tastes a lot stronger. Okay, I need a little bit more. Oh my God, it smells so good. That's it, that's enough. Let's go wash it. So I'm adding the parsley inside. After I added the tomatoes, onion and parsley, now I'm going to put the seasoning. It depends based on your taste how much you want to put, but approximately you can watch how much you want to put. Okay, so pepper, salt, and cumin. And I put turmeric, a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to mix it. Okay, now the mixture is ready. I'm gonna let it stay in the refrigerator for at least like 1.5 hours to 2 hours. While the meat is in the refrigerator, so my second barbecue is gonna be chicken quarters, okay? So I already cleaned it over here. So this is where you take the skin out. I already took it out of the bone. So I'm gonna start preparing this one right now. This is around 4 chicken quarters. That's gonna be also like a Lana kebab from chicken. It tastes very, very good. Let's try this. For the chicken roulette that I'm doing right now, I'm putting a lamb fat. So the fat ratio has to be 90 to 10. 90% chicken and 10% fat. Okay, so approximately this is the amount I'm going to put. That's it. And I'm going to put 1 onion. Okay, again, the same thing I did with the other one. Cut it. Put it over here and take all the juice out of it. on the chicken lula, the best way to season this, very simple. Salt and pepper. That's it, nothing else. And this also has to go inside the refrigerator for maybe like an hour or so. Let me mix it first. I'm doing right now number 3. This is gonna be a chicken shish kebab. The meat is in the refrigerator and the chicken lula kebab also in the refrigerator. Okay, so this is a chicken drumstick. I already took it out of the bone. So what I do is that each piece I cut, depends what size you like. So I usually cut them 1, 2, this one I'm gonna leave it 3, okay? Now that I cut them for pieces, so what I do is that I take olive oil and then I put the ingredients, pepper, garlic powder, salt, again I do it by hand, paprika, and shawarma mix. It makes it very tasty. Let me mix it right now. And one of the reasons I put it inside the oil is because it will get stuck into the chicken. If you just put it on top of the chicken, it might just disappear while it's stuck. So I take all my chicken and put it inside, mix it. See how it looks? Now everything stays. And I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator also for, let's say, half an hour or so. Number 4, okay? So this is virska. I don't know how you call this thing in English. This is one of the best meat for beef kebab. I'm gonna cut it right now for square. So the best way to cook the virska is you put one, you don't marinate nothing. One meat, one lamb fat. Each one you put lamb fat. Then before we're gonna barbecue, we're gonna put only salt. This way you taste the taste of the meat. Number 5, it's a wheel liver. Wheel liver tastes a lot nicer. I'm gonna cut it for a square each piece. Let me start cutting it. Okay, so this is the same thing like I do the meat. I put liver and lamb fat, and then when I barbecue it, only kosher salt, nothing else.
And why are you doing the lamb fat?
It makes it nice and moist and very, very tasty. One of our favorites, especially my wife and my daughter, it's sweetbread. Bukharin, they call this thing khoravak. I cannot even describe it, it's so delicious. I call this thing ice cream, but this is unbelievable. I'm gonna cut it again for pieces. No fat, just like that, nice and clean. Okay, approximately 2 hours passed by for the meat. So you have to make your hand a little bit wet. Okay, just make this, see, you press it over here, nice and long. The edges has to be nice and tight. Now I'm gonna put the chicken on the stick. Okay, so guys, I just want you to know, I'm making small portions. I'm not making like 20, 30 sticks, because then you're gonna have to come to my house and start eating it with me. So I'm making a small portion of everything because we're making 6 different kinds and we are only 4 people. So you gotta take it, try to roll it on the bowl, just like this, you see? And make sure your hand is wet a little bit. And the chicken happened to be one of my favorites. I'm sure you're gonna like it also when you try it. It's unbelievable. My wife likes it, my kids likes it. And a lot of people think that chicken falls down from the stick. If you do it right, it never falls down. You see, look how beautiful is this, look. Beef lula kebab, chicken lula kebab. Now the chicken, remember the chicken drumsticks? So now I'm gonna put them in the stick. beef lola kebab, chicken shish kebab, chicken lola kebab, liver with lamb's fat, khoravak, sweetbread, and viriska. Okay, so we have 6 as I promised. Now I want to cook them. Time to cook. Okay, so you have a few ways to do it. Okay, you can do it on this grill. If you don't have that, okay, you can do it over here also with charcoals. Okay, so if you do lola kebab like you're doing that one, when you do it, you gotta take one of them out. You gotta let it hang first until it cooks a little bit, and then you put it over there. So I can show you an example. Okay, so this is the gas, which is pretty good. I'm sure a lot of you has this thing. So what I'm gonna do is that, look, I took one of them out. Okay, because you don't want to put it flat on this when you just started. That's my other daughter, so she eats only chicken breast, and I did not show it. If you calculate this, so I got 7 of them, 7 different kinds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it stay a little bit over here, let it cook a little bit before I put it on the flat surface, and I'm going to close it. Finally, it's ready. We're gonna do one shot, me and my wife. As usual, my favorite 3 kilo. I like 3 kilo only. So. Guys, salute, pleasure, enjoy it.
Comment down below if you guys have any other questions, and if you guys want to see any other videos. Maybe I'll try to convince him to do something else.
Try not to ask for any other video. Thank you guys. Salute.